Yes, everyone, how are we doing? And welcome to the post-match reaction for Manchester City 2, Brentford 1. We come back from the international break the same way that we went into it, with a good 3 points, a good win, another win on the board. City now the only team in the Premier League to win 4 from the opening 4. We're sitting comfortable at the top of the league. It's looking good. But look, there's a few things I want to talk about regarding the City-Brentford game, because as much as it does look good, as I said, us being at the top of the league, ahead of everyone else, it's lovely, it's comfortable. There's a few things that I picked up on in the Brentford game that I've noticed in the Ipswich game, the West Ham game, a recurring theme that, it could cause us problems coming into the games we've got coming up. Your Inter Milan, your Arsenal, the better teams we're facing. We've got to be careful. I had mixed feelings walking out the Etihad Stadium, walking home on Saturday afternoon. I had mixed feelings because I was happy. I was relieved. We got the 3 points. It was another win. Liverpool lost. It was good. But I felt like our performance for good portions of that game was very flat, very lackluster. It was quite a dull game, to be honest with you. We'll discuss the game in chronological order. So look, the referee blows a whistle. We kick off. All right. Now, I don't have time to check me watch, check me bet, have a sip of coffee. I don't have time for anything. And Brentford, just like that, 1-0 up. It was 20 odd seconds into it. The fastest Premier League goal City have ever conceded, I'm pretty sure. I think I've seen that. Maybe the Etihad, maybe in Premier League in general. Out of nowhere, we're 1-0 down. Now, look, the goal itself, it was an ugly goal. It was a moment of madness, pinball football. Anything could have happened. But the point is, we're 1-0 down early on into a game. It isn't just a goal, it's the way we started the game. The first 15, 20 minutes, Brentford could have easily been 2 or 3-0 up. Rico Lewis made a good block. Edison made a good save. It was just sloppy. We were really sloppy at the back. Brentford were getting through was far too easy. The midfield was being ran through. I felt like Stones, Walker, but the pair of them just looked a little bit sloppy, a little bit off it. I know it's the first starts of the season for both of them, but it just looked a bit sloppy from City. And when I started this video talking about recurring themes that I've noticed, I think that's the main thing. It was starting slow. Now, look, obviously that's expected. The players are coming back together. There's been international break. There's been holidays. There's been everything. Do you know what I'm saying? As the season starts, City, we can start slow. We haven't started the season slow. We've just started football matches slow. Not so much in a Chelsea game, but I felt Ipswich, first 10 minutes we were caught sleeping. They went 1-0 up. West Ham, I know we took the lead and we didn't go behind to them. But the first 5 minutes, West Ham was some dangerous breaks. Jared Bowen was causing us problems. We could have easily been 1-0 down. Brentford comes along just like that. 30 seconds of the game, we're 1-0 down. The way we played the first 15 minutes, as I said, they had so many chances. I think with the teams that we've got coming up in the next week, Inter Milan, we played them 2 seasons ago in the Champions League final. That's the level they're at. Arsenal, second in the league, challenged us all last season. That's the level they're at. We've got these two next. We cannot start slow in these 2 games. Now, look, I can give them the benefit of the doubt, pumping yourself up, getting ready for an Inter Milan Champions League night at the Etihad, or Arsenal, one of the biggest games in the Premier League season, a title clash. It's easier, the players picking themselves up and getting hyped up to go into that game and us being on it from the dot. But we just got to be careful. That's the main thing. I don't want to be too negative. I don't want to look too down. We're 4 wins from 4. It's beautiful stuff from City in a minute, but I just think we've got to be careful because it's a recurring theme. And better teams than Brentford, better attacks than Brentford have, no discredit to them, they will punish us. We will be 3-0 down like that. And it will be a deficit that we can't make up no matter how good we are. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me know your thoughts on what I'm saying in the comments anyway, because I want to know your thoughts. Am I being too harsh? Am I being fair? Let me know what you think. But look, the game carries on. As I said, after the first 15, 20 minutes, we were slow. Haaland on the 20th minute created a goal out of somewhat of nothing. It was a little bit Walker pushing the ball forward. De Bruyne tried putting a pass through. It was deflected. Haaland smacked at it with his weaker right foot. 98 goals in his City shirt at this point. Beautiful. Do you know what I'm saying? Created a goal out of nothing. And it gives us a bit of life. We lifted ourselves back up a little bit. The atmosphere picked up, a tiny bit. It was excitement. And then obviously it wasn't too long after that we got our second. Haaland got his second. Edison got an assist. 4 Premier League assists now for Edison. That's more this season than Odegaard. More this season than Isaac. More this season than Rashford. Xerxes. You know what I mean? The list could go on. Another assist for Edison. A good goal. A beautiful goal, actually. A long ball by Edison. Great strength by Haaland. There's people calling that for be a foul. If that's a foul, I know the modern games have become weaker and weaker and weaker. We've seen it this weekend. 65 cards have been handed out this weekend. Record-breaking amount of cards. And I think the reason is that the what am I trying to think of? The threshold. That's what I was trying to think of. The threshold. Threshold for a foul for a card nowadays is a lot lower. So it's like Paul Merson said during the Arsenal Tottenham game, the referees will be handing them out like ice creams. So yeah, as much as the threshold is a lot lower now, that was never ever a foul from Haaland. It was just good body strength. He beat his man 1-on-1 with the keeper. That was only going to end one way. The back of the net. 99 goals for Haaland in a Manchester City shirt. Lovely stuff. When will he get his 100th? Will it be Inter Milan midweek? Will it be Arsenal on the weekend? I don't really mind. As long as he gets it one of the two. And then look, we go into the second half. Pep Guardiola makes a couple of changes. Rico makes way for Gvardiol. But more importantly, we see Rodri back in a Manchester City shirt on the football field. And look, it's a beautiful sight. I think it was night and day, the first half to the second half. Everything that was missing in the first half as far as control and I don't know what words to try and describe it with. Control, confidence, comfort, everything. Everything we lacked in the first half, we had more of in the second half with Roger and the team. It makes sense. Roger, he adds so much to the City team. He's our most important player. He's the glue. He holds everything together. You know what I mean? He's our most important player. So it's good to have him back, especially, like I said, with the games we've got coming up, Inter Milan, Arsenal more importantly. Roger being back at this time is the best time to have him back. And yeah, he showed things up. The second half, I'll be honest, it was a very boring watch if he was a neutral. Even for City fans, I think it was pretty dull. But we just did what we needed to do. We held on to it. We kept the 3 points. We maintained the lead. And what, you know what I mean? We're 3 points more. People can talk about the way they want to talk. I've seen Thomas Frank talking about how, look, the fact that Brentford made us run the ball out of play and run it to the corner flag and waste time, that it shows they were doing something right. And they were, Brentford, they gave us a good game. They're a top side. Thomas Frank's a top manager, but you've got to do what you've got to do, especially when your opposition, your title rivals, like your Liverpool's are losing at Anfield. You've got to do what you've got to do to get the 3 points. We did that. We left with the 3 points, left to the win. And like I said before, we're the only Premier League team to win 4 from our opening 4. So things are pretty good in Manchester. So yeah, look, that sums up the game. It was a game of 2 halves, 2 very different halves. And I was just happy to get the 3 points because even late on, 91st minute, Brentford have a shot. It fizzes, just past Edison, just outside of the post. I tell you what, I'd have cried if that went in. That'd have been heartbreaking. But look, we held on to it. We win. And there are a few other things I want to touch on. The main thing being the atmosphere at the Etihad. Look, I've got a big problem with this. It is bobbins. It was dreadful against Brentford, It was just flat. South stand, East stand, Colin Bell family stand everywhere. There was nothing. There was absolutely nothing. And people might argue, look, the players have got to give us something to feed off. It was a flat game. You're going to get a flat atmosphere. And it is only Brentford. I don't mean that to discredit them or say anything, but it isn't like a massive, massive game for us. But how lucky are we as fans to be watching these players, this manager, this level of football, 4 times in a row winners? You'd expect a better atmosphere. You really, really would. It was really, really flat. You couldn't get anything going. You heard nothing. I mean, that's the reason that there was no match day vlog out. I tried. I kind of tried, I guess. Before the game, I spoke about my thoughts going into it. After the game, I spoke about my thoughts after it. And I did have a few clips of, little chants and reactions to Haaland's goals and that. But I just wasn't happy with it. I edited it. I watched it back and forth. I don't want to put that out. I don't want to put something out in here. I'm trying to do something serious, something proper with this channel, and I don't want to put out rubbish videos. I don't want to put out rubbish matchday vlogs. But what am I supposed to do when the atmosphere is rubbish? It was rubbish. It was one of the worst atmospheres I've been at the Etihad in a long while. Flat. Do you know what I mean? It was really, really poor. So I didn't put one out. I thought I'm not going to half-ass it. I'd just rather not do it than put out a shit one. So that's my explanation for that. But I think it's got to improve. We've got to step it up as City fans. For the next couple of games, I think we might be okay, welcoming Inter back, against Manchester City. Obviously, last time we played them, we won a treble, so that'll be exciting. I think the fans will have a good response to that. Obviously, Arsenal have got no doubt that the Etihad will be rocking. But looking forward from that, these home games that your Fulhams, your Southampton, stuff like this, Champions League group stages, that I don't want this dull, flat atmosphere at City. We've got to lift the players up. It was a tough game against Brentford. They need help. They need the 12th man. And that has got to be us. And they're not getting it. If they didn't get it against Ipswich, they didn't get it against Brentford. Away fans, absolutely no fault. Away ends are bouncing with City fans. We've got some of the best away fans in the league. But the home fans, honestly, the past few weeks it's been poor. You know, it's a matter of time before we get our annual, Pep's cry out to the fans to be the 12th man to help them out. And it's these games that the Brentfords, the Fulhams, the Southamptons, the gritty games, the games where we might have to hold on to a 1-0 lead and just hold out for the 3 points. It might not be a pretty performance, but we need to be better. Do you know what I mean? It's just we can't get anything going in the stadium. It's just flat. It's dull. And it upsets me, to be honest. It upsets me, man. Because that happens every season, doesn't it, with Pep? It happens every season. And I know when he comes out and questions the fans, it splits opinions. Some people think, look, we're paying this amount of money, blah, blah, blah. But what else can he do? How else can he reach the fans other than in the press conferences and ask for help? Ask the fans to get behind the team, be the 12th man. It's the only way of addressing him. And look, I'll have absolutely no complaints, no bad feelings or words towards Guardiola when he questions us when it is November time, because things are getting a little bit flat. I can see it coming now. It happens every season. It'll happen again. But anyway, we'll finish it off by analysing the Premier League table. Like I said, top of the league, 4 wins from 4. Erling Haaland, 99 Manchester City goals. Things are good for us. As far as the rest of the Premier League games this weekend, obviously, like I said, Liverpool lost to Nottingham Forest at Anfield as well. I could not believe it when he put it on the screen at the Etihad. Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 1. I was like, what? What is happening? I didn't think Forest had held on to it. It was a good win by them. I've watched that match of the day. Buzzing with that. Buzzing. Liverpool losing at Anfield doesn't happen often. So when it does, it's a sweet feeling. Arsenal got a good result against Spurs today. A good result. I watched it. Don't think they played fantastic. Spurs were disgusting. They should have got something out of it. I wanted Spurs to get a draw or something, but it is what it is. We go into, as far as the Premier League anyway, we go into next weekend with a big one. First versus second, Pep versus Arteta. De Bruyne versus his owners. It is at that time again. I'm loving it. I'm excited for it. They're the type of games that you look out for when the fixtures are released. You look, when you're playing Arsenal, when you're playing United, when you're playing Liverpool. It's the exciting time. But look, obviously that's a long way away. We've got a game before then anyway, so we'll leave it there. My preview for Inter will be out on Tuesday. We're playing Wednesday night. It'll be out Tuesday. Obviously, this is out Monday morning. I'm filming it Sunday night. For Inter, I hope and I will try and make a decent video, a decent match day vlog for the game. I'd imagine the video would be a lot better. And look, to be fair, could I have done a little bit better? Maybe caught better things earlier on. Caught little clips of when we are chanting here and there. Maybe I could have been filming at the right time or put more effort into it. I don't know. I'll have a look at what I can do. If you've got any advice on what you think would make the videos a little bit better, more enjoyable, let me know. I don't mind. Message me on Instagram, Man City fan. Give us over a message and let me know what you think I can improve on. I'm always open to a bit of fair criticism. But yeah, fingers crossed the atmosphere will be better. It'll be a better game of football. More to sing and dance about. That'll be out on Wednesday. Look, there's a lot of football, a lot of videos that will be coming out in the next few weeks. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on everything I've said in the comments. I will be interacting if you leave any. Let's discuss, because I want to know people's thoughts on this game. I really do, because I don't want to come on here and be all negative. Why would it be negative? I support the best team in the world, best manager in the world, best players in the world. I don't want to come in here and be negative. Rarely there's anything to be negative about. So I don't know if I'm being too harsh on people. I'm overreacting about things. Let me know your thoughts on everything I've said in the comments. Like I said, subscribe and thank you for watching. Yeah, come on, City.